You're listening to This Place by Oregon Humanities. Each week we ask Oregonians around the state what it's like to live where they do. Today we hear from Janet Webster in Newport.
It's a working waterfront here. So we're looking out on fishing boats and a breakwater, which separates where the boats are from the main channel of the river, the Yaquina River. It's in the Yaquina estuary, the Yaquina Bay. And then you keep looking across the water and you see the other shore. And there's a big research and educational facility over there, a marine science research facility. And you keep looking and you see the Coast Range. It's deceptive because we say where we are, and you can say the bayfront, but it's kind of a crescent. So in some ways, you're never quite sure if you're looking north, looking south, east, west. I'm a geographer by education, so it's always I kind of like to know where I am. So I'm in the middle of some action. People think of Newport, I think, as a small town with a pretty vibrant art community, and we have a fishing industry that's very strong. People don't always engage with what that means in terms of the fishing industry. And living down here, you see it every day. Right now, the boats are in because it's so stormy out, they can't get across the bar. You just see them all lined up there, and you kind of see, oh, okay, so-and-so's not doing anything. Those boats are refueling. Those boats have crab pots on them, so they're about ready to go out. Those haven't loaded theirs yet, so they're waiting for a different opening. That's wintertime. Right now it's pretty hectic because it's crab season. 2 months ago, there was a different feel because it was hunting season, so everybody kind of takes time off or is working on their boat. So I've always liked the maritime environment. I think it's partly I like the air. I like the smell. I like the weather. People think it rains a lot, but we get these incredible breaks in the weather. Even today, which is a pretty gray day in January, there's been blue sky. I'm on one side, I have a marine supply store. The other side, there's a restaurant. Those are my neighbors. During the holidays, they get Christmas cookies. If something comes up, I can ask for help from next door on either side. I've told people before when I've worked with them, we're a town like any others with problems. We have homeless. We have people who have mental and drug addiction issues that are walking around the streets. We have a lot of potholes. We have a really difficult terrain to build a city on. There's a lot of ravines, so it means we have all this water that cascades through down our streets. It's hard to manage it. I can get frustrated with the city and infrastructure, but you realize this is, for a small town, we're dealing with a lot of difficult municipal maintenance issues. And if you're a tourist, you never think about that. I worked on parking down here for a decade, and that's not a pleasant or easy, and there's really not a great solution. But you learn a lot by listening to other people and realizing, having your ideas challenged. People have lived here, white people have lived here a fairly long time. Indigenous people have lived here forever. People have been here. They've figured out things that work here, and you need to maybe bring in ideas, but you also need to respect the people who are here. And I felt that I could do that. And I think if you come in with the right attitude, there's lots of ways you can contribute to the community.
That was Janet Webster from Newport. Thanks for listening to This Place by Oregon Humanities.